Hello everyone and welcome back to Steelwood. We are watching our beavers fly. Look at the baby beaver. Yeah, sorry. Right. We're back in. We are moving towards the end game. So we're currently building the Earth Re-populator, the final monument, while still improving overall our beavers' happiness. Right now they're also building the Flame of Unity. A big issue overall is our metal blocks, which is a issue of treated planks, to be honest. So what we will need to do is actually just create a little bit more wood workshops to properly make use of our material. Now for wood workshops, however, we also need pine resin. So that is kind of what we're gonna go through the whole process and trying to optimize overall our production chains. So I had removed, actually we're just gonna delete these trees. Yep, mark them for demolition. We're gonna go into our cut tree section and say don't cut this one down. And once they've cleaned this area up, we're gonna replace it with more pine trees, so we get more of a steady supply of pine resin. It seems to be, technically it seems to be doing okay. But, you know, a bit more is fine, and worst case, we can always put another tapper shack in there to get our treated planks. Why treated planks are so important is because our mine over there actually takes treated planks and extract to create scrap metal. And our metal smelters, we have quite a few of them, they are lacking in scrap metal overall. So in order to increase our scrap metal production, we need to increase our wood workshop or treated plank production. And in order to do that, we need the pine resin. So long story short, we need more pine resin. And then we can look into even building more wood workshops. I probably need to high prioritize this because they will never do it. So let's go ahead and do that right away. We have a few of these now that have pine resin. But like I said, worst case is we're just gonna build another tapper shack, which might actually not be the worst idea anyways. We will need less and less wood for our production cycles, which is overall good. So that extra forestry area, while quite nice, probably not essential. Also gonna make sure, yep, you are prioritizing pine trees. Awesome. So you are going ahead and planting stuff. Water supply still looks good. We have 4,000 water in storage and still a good amount in our manual storage solutions. And this should be producing pretty soon. Once we get corn in, we will actually be able to also place our, create our corn rations, which again will be very nice to see. All right, let's go back up here. Let's have a look at our Flame of Unity. I'm going to high prioritize this because I'd rather have the metal blocks in here than in the Earth Re-populator. And this is kind of the optimization you need to do at the end, depending on what you want to have done first. They're all gonna need roughly the same material, so you just need to, you know, spread the love out a little bit. Still glad last time we added a few more power wheels up here, because our power production is definitely in a much better place during the drought. And again, something that we don't really need to worry about. There's still some manual builders. Don't quite know where they are. So let's actually replace them with bots. You're unemployed now. I forgot. I should have looked up where you are. Maybe actually we pause one of the builders' huts. Because, oh, happiness has improved, which means, yep, we are producing corn rations. Awesome. We also have some storage for them down here. So our entire corn ration cycle is ready. And last time, like I mentioned before, I think they're turning this into popcorn. Because how else would you need logs and corn to make some food? I guess it's beavers. So maybe there's actually just some wood in their food. It's a bit weird, but I guess why not? All right, let's go ahead for these. Mark resources for demolition. These have actually just died. So let's remove them. We don't need that many coffee beans. We're all full with this. Our coffee maker, I think was somewhere under here. Are you the coffee maker? Yep, you're the coffee maker. You have plenty of coffee, plenty of beans. So I think creating a little bit more space for other stuff, kind of beneficial. It's like our tucked away mud bath down here. And there are a few that have died over this way. Could replace you with eggplants or something like this, but not entirely sure we need that right now. All right, Flame of Unity is slowly coming along. Again, metal blocks are the big shortcoming. What we could potentially do, now your efficiency is, what if I actually just increase the number of bots here? No, you're just not producing if there are no treated planks. All right. So these have been planted, these are growing. What is, our resin supply here is a little bit lacking. So I don't think the extra trees will go to waste. We could consider putting in a secondary area. We had initially sought out this part. Now, actually, since we are dumping water here, this area up here should actually remain well-ish watered. So let's go ahead and just do that. Place another tapper shack down here. And a temporary forester. Need to make sure we're high prioritizing these two. And then going ahead and mark all the dead trees for demolition. Just so we can place some new ones. All right, there we go. I'd rather you guys prioritize the forester. And then I want you to prioritize the chopping of the trees. And we could even remove some. We have so much berry production down here. Oh, we still have a lumberjack down here. You can go. Mark resources for demolition. Let's remove some of those berry bushes. Ugh, we do have a forester down here. Oh my, oh my. Alright, I prioritize all of this. And then we're just gonna say plant some pine trees all the way up here, all the way back here, and so on and so on. I hear them getting happier, which makes me think the Flame of Unity is in. We're gonna have a look in a second. There we go. Now our forester is busy again. And yep, the Flame of Unity is in. Oh, I agree. Alright, you are... What are you lacking? 2 limbs? Oh, I think you need 4 limbs. We do have 3 unemployed bots. For now, that is okay. I had paused that builder's hut. You know what, let me just unpause this. Put it back to regular beavers. Because again, why not? But you are going to be replaced by a bot. So we have you working 24/7. Okay, there we go. Why are you just so small? Did you die in the last drought? Because you're harvesting these. I wonder what happened. Oh well. So, 46 happiness, overall pretty good. Bot factory is... Oh, they're slacking on gears. I guess they are throwing all of the gears in here. So we could briefly pause that, get our stock back up, which is actually what we're gonna do. Because then we're also getting treated planks for our scrap metal, which in turn, again, will create more metal blocks, and so on and so on. So it's a little bit of a vicious cycle. But I'm pretty sure our treated plank production will actually recover properly. In the short term, long term, in all the terms, basically. So, you know, we should be fine. At the same time, I can actually replace you with a bot, because why not? And otherwise, our beavers are going to bed. Really late, actually. But it's not too bad. Still have one unemployed bot. We could try to replace something. Could make more corn rations. But at the same time, for that we just need more corn. So maybe we're not placing eggplants down here, but actually just fill this up with corn to, again, just improve our overall productivity. All right, there we go. The next thing that we can think about is more well-being. We still need to place the Motivatorium. That technically needs to be placed on the ground. However, as we've learned so far, we can, you know, fudge this a little bit. Well, I shouldn't call it fudge it, but we can make sure that it will actually still work out for us. So if we were, for example, to place a... Where is it? Paths. Triple one down here. Guess I could make that 4 long to maximize that space. So let's actually just start filling this up a little bit. We will be able to place at least one staircase up here. And once that is in, all we need to do is kind of place these over this direction. We already have, well, power supply almost up here. Let's have a look at our Motivatorium. That's perfect. Ah, beautiful. Right, and I think we would need 1 level of soil up here. So let's go into, landscaping, place our soil blocks down. And then let's have a look again at our Motivatorium. Perfect. 1200 science, easy peasy. No problem whatsoever. And all we need to do to connect this up is, pause. Oh, I didn't want to pause in Timberborn. Sorry. So let's go ahead and delete all of these. Because what we really need to do is make sure we go even 1 further back. So that means for this one, it will be enough to place these. And then we're gonna go ahead and place these ones in here like that. All right, now we will be able to put a staircase up here, put our soil blocks down, in landscaping, and you know what, let's just fill it all up, and then put our Motivatorium in just over this way. However, now we have the challenge of connecting this up via with power, but shouldn't be too hard. because all we will really need to do is place a 2-level over this way, and then place a pretty long one just to the end. And then I am going to delete this power shaft temporarily to quickly replace it with the vertical ones. Gonna just make sure we're high prioritizing all of these. You guys should be able to reach at least the bottom one, right? Yep. You will be able to reach the bottom one, and with that we have the connection up here. And all that is left to do is connect this up just like that. Here we go. Now, I still need to put in the pathway up here. Overall, not a big problem. Could even consider adding another storage area right here. And again, I guess why not? So let's place it up because there's not enough space. Alright, so that is figured out. So let's go ahead and just make sure we have our connection up to our Motivatorium. Just like that. They have put in the power connection over here. Also gonna make sure we're first building all of this. Before they wrap up the rest of this kind of weird looking build. But, you know, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. Oh, look at that. Our treated planks are accumulating again. Which is probably in part because our increased pine resin production. And in part because we're not just using it up here. Gears are still a little bit slacking. But we're also still utilizing a bunch of these gears. So I'm gonna shut up for a little bit. We're gonna be right back once they have put stuff in here. And then we'll chat some more. But now that I see, before we do that, we do have some more bots that are currently unemployed. So let's go ahead and replace our farm over this way with more bots. And I think we had replaced, yep, you are already a bot in here. I have one more farm to do. I guess why not? So there we go. And with that, like I said, I'll be right back. Right, drought has ended, but the biggest issue that we're facing right now is just a log shortage. So again, I'm just gonna let this continue to simulate for a little while longer, because I do wanna finish this part right here, which I think will look very nice and again give our beavers a little bit more stuff to do when they are bored doing nothing. Yeah, we'll see. I've actually just noticed, well, first of all, it's flooding. Second of all, these trees back here died due to drying out. Interesting. I didn't think we still had this problem. So let's go ahead and actually use some of our dynamite, the stuff that I said we don't need anymore. So, perfect. Gonna put a little channel in the back here. But not like this. This will be 2, this will be 1. Sorry, this will be 2, this will be 1. This way around. Too far, really? That one little... Okay, all of that is in. Come on, explode. And now we will be able to just go down here. And then moving further down. So that should be the right height, I think. Which now, where are the tunnels again? Probably... Where are the tunnels again? There. Alright. So, one is down here. There we go. And just connect it properly through that area right here. Now, with that, our bots should be able to build all of this. And then we have a little bit of extra, maybe not storage, but accessibility back here, which I think will be quite useful in the long run. Still have some regular beaver builders, but overall that's okay. Oh look, they have finished this part here now. So that means they should slowly start building all of this up. Does remind me, we should prioritize these so they can actually access this part right here. Alright, gonna shut up some more and then we'll be right back. Wait, what construction needs to be finished for this? This? How weird is that? Yeah, now you can build it. Interesting. Very strange. Right, let's just go ahead and place all the soil. Oh, they are already placing all the soil. So, good for me. Interesting. So the direction the arrow points tells you which is behind and which is in the front. So all of this will kind of work. See, once they build this, this should be buildable. Of course, they don't finish it. Oh boy. I could have waited here for forever because of this. Someone please finish this so we can check this. Come on, bots. There we go. Yep. Now the one behind it is finished, so this one is buildable. I didn't think the arrow meant anything, but it does seem like it's important. Interesting. I've also now finished that little area back here for our water supply, so meaning these trees hopefully will have a better chance of survival when the drought hits. I am wondering if we should kind of seal this off automatically, but yeah, I don't quite know how that would be done, to be honest. Not automatically. Anyways. So they are happily building all of this. And now we're just a little bit shy on soil. But let's go ahead and just add a ton more of our beavers in there temporarily until this is done. I'm gonna shut up. We're gonna place the Motivatorium on top as soon as we can. Well, we can place it right now. And then we're gonna focus on building this as well, as kind of the main goal of this episode. So again, I'm gonna be quiet for a little while and then we're gonna take it from there. All right, and with that, our Motivatorium is done. So beaver happiness should increase. Beavers are coming in to watch. If you are smart, like this little baby beaver, you go for a fly and still watch the Motivatorium show at the same time. So with that, I'm gonna end the episode. Thank you all for watching. With Beavers Happier, I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.